Welcome back to Harvesting a T-shirt. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I said in part one, where we cut open the shoulder of the shirt so that we could get this comfort strip to come out. Another option, because sometimes if you were to take a look at this sleeve, we would be able to get a bodice if we laid it, this being the center front, and then this could be the curve of the neckline. On a larger shirt, this might actually be right in the top of that bodice, center front, so we wouldn't want this hole. If that's the case, instead of using the seam ripper and cutting it open, what you could do is what we did on this shirt. So this, we just took a scissor, snipped across, and then removed from there all the way to the other side, and on the other side you're going to have a similar little piece left. By doing that, you can see that this shirt, if I had a pattern I could show you, but we'd be able to lay it on here, this being the center front, and then the shoulder would come up here, the arm over here. So we could actually get a large bodice out of this shirt, where this one probably only a small. So just a little tidbit. Let's take a look at now what's the next step to get this collar off, or the neckband we call it. We've got these 2 rows of stitching. I don't know if you can see them on the video. One is a little easier to see, this one. This one's a little bit more difficult, but we're going to try and get those off. Again, you're going to start on the left side. We did on the left shoulder, so now we're going to come over here on the left shoulder near the neck, and we're going to just go ahead, and I cheated a little bit before we started, but you don't need much. So let's just pick the last 2 stitches, and I don't cut it. I actually bring this string up like this, so I've got a tail because sometimes I need to hang on to that tail. So since I've done that, let's go around to the inside and see how that's the bobbin thread. We think of it as bobbin thread, it's really not, but we'll call it that. All right, so now if I pull opposing each other, I take the 2 top strings together in one hand and the bottom in another, because every now and then they get a little sticky and you want to be able to pull. So right now I've got some resistance. You can see the one is fine. The other is a little sticky, but if I pull, it gets unstuck. So don't pull hard, because if you do, then you're going to end up with a short string and you'll have to sort of start over. Okay, made it. Now, if you do it this way, you will have only long strings for your mess, instead of millions of teeny tiny little strings everywhere, and they're hard to get picked up because they're this nylon and it loves to stick to everything. My living room chair used to be obvious which was mine and which was my husband's. Alright, so next step, the next video, we will talk about how we're going to get this out.